It's Friday, Friday, Friday. Who doesn't love a Friday? I love Friday, yes I do. Ooh, 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 doo, 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 doo. How is everybody today? The sun is finally shining this week. Ooh, supposed to be a nice weekend. Anybody have any fun adventures planned in your yard? Maybe do a little I Spy in the backyard. Or you can watch some of the videos I posted for some super fun ideas on what you can do for uh, just staying inside. There's a really fun one today. You can turn milk into plastic. Hello, amazing. And so next week I've got a bunch of fun things to plan for you. I've got some art projects, some building stuff, some experiments because we all know how much I love baking soda and vinegar, and yeah, just some more art stuff. Really, just some fun things. Um, I'm excited if you guys try them, and please try them and then post a picture so that I can see what you did. Cause I bet you guys can think of some really cool things to do with what I showed you. So today we got to get started because I have my favorite book. I know they're all my favorites, but really, truly, this one, you guys, I just love this one so super duper duper much. What animal goes oink? A horse? No. A cow? No. A pig! Now, I love this story because it is the true story of the three little pigs. Now, you guys know the real story, the little pigs went to the wolf blew down his house, all that. But do you think it's really true? What about the wolf? Huh? What about him? So we are going to read the true story of the three little pigs as told by John Ziziak. He's also one of my favorite children's authors. You guys check out his stuff. So good. And illustrated by Lane Smith. And Lane's got some good drawings. So make sure you take a peek at what he has to show us. Here we go. Everybody knows the story of the three little pigs. Or at least they think they do. But I'll let you in on a little secret. Nobody knows the real story because nobody has ever heard my side of the story. I'm the wolf. Alexander T. Wolf. You can call me Al. I don't know how this whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong. Maybe it's because of our diet. Hey, it's not my fault wolves eat cute little animals like bunnies and sheep and pigs. That's just the way we are. If cheeseburgers were cute, folks would probably think you were big and bad too. But, like I was saying, the whole big bad wolf thing is all wrong. The real story is about a sneeze and a cup of sugar. This is the real story. Way back in Once Upon a Time, I was making a birthday cake for my dear old granny. I had a terrible sneezing cold. I ran out of sugar. So I walked down the street to ask my neighbor for a cup of sugar. Now, this neighbor was a pig, and he wasn't too bright either. He had built his whole house out of straw. Can you believe it? I mean, who in their right mind would build a house out of straw? So, of course, the minute I knocked on the door, it fell right in. I didn't want to just walk into someone else's house, so I called, little pig, are you in? No answer. I was just about to go home without the cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. That's when my nose started to itch. I felt a sneeze coming on. Well, I huffed and I snuffed and I sneezed a great sneeze. And you know what? That whole darn straw house fell down. And right in the middle of the straw was the first little pig, dead as a doornail. He had been home the whole time. It seemed like a shame to leave a perfectly good ham dinner laying there in the straw, so I ate it up. Think of it as a big cheeseburger, just laying there. I was feeling a little bit better, but I still didn't have my cup of sugar, so I went to the next neighbor's house. This neighbor was the first little pig's brother. He was a little smarter, but not much. He had built his house out of sticks. I rang the bell on the stick house. Nobody answered. I called, "Mr. Pig." He yelled back, "Go away, Wolf. You can't come in. I'm shaving the hairs of my chinny chin chin." I had just grabbed the doorknob when I felt another sneeze coming on. I huffed and I snuffed and I tried to cover my mouth, but I sneezed a great sneeze. And you're not going to believe it, but this guy's house fell down just like his brother's. When the dust cleared, there was a second little pig, dead as a doornail. Wolf's honor. Now, you know food will spoil if you just leave it out in the open, so I did the only thing there was to do. I had dinner again. Think of it as a second helping. I was getting awfully full, but my cold was feeling a little better, and I still didn't have that cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. So I went to the next house. This guy was the first and second pig's brother. He must have been the brains of the family. He had built his house out of bricks. I knocked on the brick house. No answer. I called, "Mr. Pig, Mr. Pig, are you in?" And do you know what that rude little porker said? "Get out of here, Wolf. Don't bother me again." Talk about impolite. He probably had a whole sack full of sugar, and he wouldn't give me even one little cup for my dear sweet old granny's birthday cake. What a pig! I was just about to go home and maybe make a nice birthday card instead of a cake when I felt my cold coming on. I huffed and I snuffed and shoo! I sneezed once again. Then the third little pig yelled, "And your old granny can sit on a pin." Now, I'm usually a pretty calm fellow, but when somebody talks about my granny like that, I go a little crazy. When the cops drove up, of course I was trying to break down the pig's door, and the whole time I was huffing and puffing and sneezing and making a real scene. The rest, as they say, is history. The news reporters found out about the two pigs ahead for dinner. They figured a sick guy going to borrow a cup of sugar didn't sound very exciting, so they jazzed up the story with all of that huff and puff and blow your house down, and they made me the big bad wolf. That's it. That's the real story. I was framed. But maybe, could you borrow me a cup of sugar? You guys, I just love that. What do you think? Do you think the wolf was right, or is the true story of the three little pigs right? I don't know. I don't know. You tell me. You tell me what you think. Tiff, I do not have a big bad wolf costume. I should get one. I've got a couple fun things planned for next week, so stay tuned for that. Okay, you guys, let's see. Oh, we have time for one more. This one is also really cute and also about our piggies. It's called The Three Little Super Pigs. And this one is by Claire Evans. Not only did Claire write the book, she also drew the pictures. Hello, amazing Claire Evans. Once upon a time, there were three little pigs who captured a big bad wolf in a house made of bricks. The hungry wolf fell down the little pig's chimney into a big pan of boiling water. He huffed and he puffed, but it was no use. He had fallen right into the pig's trap. I'll get you one day, little pigs, the angry wolf shouted as he was carted off to prison. With smiles on their snouts, the three little pigs waved goodbye to the big bad villain. The citizens of Fairyland were very happy that the big bad wolf had been defeated. The little pigs were awarded special superhero status and became known as the three little super pigs. Working together, they all rebuilt the whole town out of bricks to keep everyone safe. We love you, super pigs! From that moment on, the super pigs spent their days being heroes and enjoying their newfound fame. When they weren't greeting their fans, they were fighting crime and stopping nursery rhyme bad guys. Meanwhile, deep inside Happily Never After prison, the very angry big bad wolf was hungrily plotting his revenge in his cold and dreary cell. Look at the books he's reading, you guys. Can you see that? Let's see here. This one says The Art of Bricklaying, How to Forge Keys, Bricklaying for Dummies, How to Build a Wall, Bricklaying for Bad Guys. The residents of Fairyland were scared and once again turned. I'm so sorry, I skipped a page. A few weeks later, the Super Pigs were called to investigate a new crime. Mysteriously, one by one, the bricks were starting to disappear all around Fairyland. This was very strange. The Super Pigs were on the case. Later that day, they received some shocking news. The Big Bad Wolf has escaped! The residents of Fairyland were scared and once again turned to the Super Pigs for help. Don't worry, the three heroes boasted. We'll find that wolf and make him pay. The three little super pigs hunted high and low, far and wide, long and hard, but the big bad wolf was nowhere to be seen. The pigs searched everywhere for clues. Some people claimed they'd seen the wolf dressed up as an old lady. So the pigs rounded up all grandmas in Fairyland. But the wolf was a master of disguise, and they just couldn't spot him. Can you spot him? Every day, more and more bricks disappeared from Fairyland. As night fell, the whole town locked themselves indoors, too frightened to go out. They hoped the Super Pigs would find the wolf soon. He was up to something big and bad. Back at home, the first Super Pig was relaxing when he sensed something strange. Suddenly, a dark shadow fell upon the room. The Big Bad Wolf! Cried the Super Pig. I don't need to huff, I don't need to puff, and I don't need to blow your house in, because I'm already inside, replied the pointy-eared wolf. The pig ran through the front door, but was met with a terrible surprise. Oh! The cunning wolf had built a gigantic wall around the Super Pig's house using the stolen bricks from Fairyland. The Super Pigs were trapped! Attempting to flee, the Super Pig tried to climb, but climbed the brick wall using a ladder from the side of his house. But it was too short. Gotcha! Sneered the wolf as he captured the helpless pig. Unaware of the danger, the second Super Pig was at home polishing his metals when he suddenly spotted something out of the corner of his eye. The Big Bad Wolf! Shrieked the Super Pig. I don't need to huff and I don't need to puff and I don't need to blow your house down because I'm already inside, growled the wolf. With a huge scream, the terrified Super Pig quickly ran outside and into an enormous brick wall. Desperate to escape, the little pig jumped on a nearby trampoline, bouncing as high as he could, but it was no use. Gotcha, boasted the wolf as he caught the pig in his trusty net. 2 down, 1 to go, laughed the wolf as he prepared his delicious meal. The third super pig had heard all the commotion and was busy hatching a plan when Big Bad Wolf suddenly appeared at his window. The super pig grabbed his gear, raced straight out of the front door and down the path as quickly as his little leg could carry him. Working quickly, he freed his captured brothers from their tight pastry blankets, but it was not quick enough. Ha ha ha! There's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. I've built a wall around your houses, and now you're trapped inside, laughed the hungry wolf. You're no super pigs. You're my dinner. I don't think so, shouted the third super pig. He whispered to his brothers. Ready, set, let's go. And in a flash, they blasted off high into the night sky. The clever brother had outsmarted the silly wolf again, using his jetpack invention to save the day. The super pigs had left the big bad wolf trapped in his own self-built prison. The angry wolf raised his fist. I'll get you yet, little pigs! Up in the sky, the three super pigs laughed out loud. You'll never get us, not by the hairs of our chinny chin chin. And down below, the citizens of fairyland cheered, wow! Pigs really can fly! The three little pigs had saved fairyland from the big bad wolf once again. They truly were superheroes. Hooray for the three little super pigs! The end? I don't know. I hope you guys like that one too. I love those super pigs. Maybe they put their packs. Maybe they built it with vinegar and baking soda, like our experiments. Check out our experiments down below. Thank you for joining. Who do you have? Hi from Lillian in Minnesota. Well, hi. How are you? I hope you are having a great day. I hope everybody has an awesome weekend. It's supposed to be a little nice. Get outside, do a little walk, do a little run. Okay, do a little walk. Have fun. Be smart. Be kind.